All right, everybody. The boys are back in town. We got a good one for you tonight. We're doing our top five Ozzy moments.
We've been waiting for a long time. Yes, we've been waiting for a long, long time. We've been waiting for a long time. But we ain't gonna wait no more. We're getting ready to rock and roll. We're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Well, there's a reason everybody should be shaking in the house tonight. And you should wear your favorite lady and promise her you do it right. Tell Fat Jack to jump back and give you a shot of some booze. So you can party to some stomp down, butt bump and rock and roll rhythm and blues. 'Cause the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Top Five. I'm your host, Joey Cassata.
And I'm Ozzy's back.
Oh, you are disgusting, Ernie.
You
What the
changed
hell
your
is
shirt
wrong
for
with
that?
you? Oh, that's why you're stretched out because you're probably practicing it, you crazy maniac. So, long story, Ernie's been back and forth here changing his shirts because he didn't like the way the neck of his last, not his lungs, his neck, of his last shirt looked. And it was like a little stretched out. Now I know why it was stretched out. You were definitely in the mirror practicing that before.
All day long.
And we got a big guest with us tonight. I don't mean just his head. I'm talking about Big Head Billy.
Actually, I think my head's getting bigger. I'm losing hair, and my head like actually looks bigger than ever. So for all my fans,
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think you're losing hair. I think your head is just growing, but your hair's not changing.
my hair's the
So it's just
same.
kind of, it
Okay,
just, you know.
all right.
And rumor has it for this special episode, we have to have the doctor on. We're not sure if he's going to make it. He's the doctor. You don't know if he's coming, going. He doesn't know where he is. You call him right now. He has no idea. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Hold
Hold
the
on, hold
phone.
on.
I'm
Breaking
admitting
news.
someone right now.
Breaking news.
Let's see. I don't know who. It could be anybody. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He's on mute. He's coming. There he is.
There we are. We are
There he
live,
is.
doctor. We had a feeling you were. Hello. Oh, are you
I
upset
knew
about
it.
Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, no, I
No.
just shit my pants. I took too much prune juice today. How do I
So,
see
Doc,
me?
we obviously introduced the episode. We know we're doing our Ozzy moments. I send my condolences. He's gone. How you feeling?
Me?
Yes, you.
You're not going to show off what I'm drinking?
No, not yet. We're not into this episode yet. I just want to talk to you, ask you about Ozzy. We'll do the infamous world-renowned game soon.
Um, Numb, and it doesn't matter. I see my parents die. I got more phone calls from people I haven't talked to in years because they said, you were the first person I thought of. It's like, all right, you didn't call me when my dad and my mom died, but Ozzy died. And all of a sudden, I'm a hot commodity. No, I'm fine. I was waiting for him to die 20 years ago, so I was pretty much prepared for it. It's been like, to me, it's almost been like Ozzy's been in hospice for like 20 years. So I've been pretty much prepped, and I'm proud he went out the way he did. That's it. I mean,
We're gonna play the infamous. Are you ready? The world-renowned Doctor. What are you drinking tonight?
that's what pisses me off the most about you, is you always have to start off with that stupid intro, and I might not be. I'm drinking little fucker Jameson's. That's what I'm drinking.
What the fuck? Wait,
Oh,
that literally is a little Jameson. What is that? What is that? A
Baby
beer size?
Jameson's.
No, that's
Baby,
not.
it's a baby Jameson's. $20. Downtown Brooklyn, you can get anything you want.
oh,
I've
look at
never
that. I
seen
thought it
such a
was like
thing.
a Jameson's mixed with something like a wine cooler.
Right, it looks like the size of a beer. You have a whiskey bottle the size of a beer.
Wow. Who knew?
We have a whole case of this shit over here ready for this.
Oh,
20 bucks
Jesus.
seems like a lot for that, actually. Still seems like a little steep for that, right? Because a
Downtown
regular
Brooklyn
bottle.
is downtown Brooklyn's just crazy. It's a very dangerous area where I went into to get this stuff. You can get anything here, and the meth lab that keeps everyone supposedly sane is right around the corner. It's where all the murders happen. Lawrence Street and off of
Doug,
Adams. Yeah.
where did we used to go when you couldn't buy the alcohol on the Sunday? Where
The
did we used
Junction.
to? The Junction. Yes. What store? Where in the Junction? Do you remember where?
Hell, listen, we just knew. Drive to a bad neighborhood, and the liquor stores will be open. That's
Yes,
what we
that's
did.
right. But
It's exactly what we did.
is that still a law?
They're open now, yeah.
They are, but at one time they weren't, right?
Right. You weren't allowed to.
Until noon or something?
They're afraid people would. No, I don't. I think a liquor store had to be closed. I think they're afraid people go to church drunk.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to touch.
Well, while he's playing over there, Bill, what are you drinking? What do we got?
Oh, okay. Now I can see you guys.
I saw a little
Well,
cup. What do you got, Bill?
I know we were going to be talking about Ozzy, and I wanted to give a little toast. I got a little wild turkey honey.
Ah, my boy.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. That's almost
Taking
what
it
I
back.
grabbed tonight.
Taking it back.
And I have to say that was courtesy of Mr. Cassata, who got me that to drink that. I had the
What?
honey Jack, and
I
then
got
you
Cassata as the
suggested.
honey.
It's true.
What?
Well, whatever. He stole it from you, and he took credit for it.
There's no
What else is
stealing
new?
anything. It's sold
What
in a
else
liquor
is
store.
new? What else
Yeah,
is new?
Jack Honey is.
I liked
Yeah,
it. I tell you, I had it the first time I
it's
went to
tough.
my nephew's football game in the championship game. He played for Madison, and it was freezing out. I was screaming like an idiot, and I lost my voice. My cousin Roger somehow snuck in through security a metal flask. I don't know how he did it. He got through security with it. He said, "Try this." My voice was back, and I was yelling like an idiot within five
Yes,
minutes.
of course.
It
The
really worked
elixir,
wonders.
the elixir of the gods.
Yeah,
Keep,
really like,
what keeps me going to work every morning.
he go-
Come on, Ernie. What do you got up there? I see you
Yeah.
drinking.
Same old, same old.
Come on, you got to tell the people. Everyone's not watching. This is also an audio podcast. You goofy fuck.
Super Heineken.
Oh.
The serious Heineken.
Oh yeah.
you drinking, can't you see? It's an audio podcast.
Take your paws off the label.
I pulled out this beautiful bottle here tonight. It's a little single malt Scotch. You can see that. A little smoky. A
I
little
see you've
fresh,
been hitting it. I see you've
a
been
little
hitting
nice. It's fairly new, but it's a little low. Uh-oh.
it. Fairly
Oh,
new and a
no.
little low. That sounds like a great song. Fairly new, but a little low.
That is. I like
I
that.
like that.
Well, listen, we haven't been back in a long time. We had to be back for Ozzy. Everyone knows my take on Ozzy. I was never a big Ozzy fan. Tommy knows this. Ernie knows this. But I will tell you, and Tommy and I know Tommy was never a big Kiss fan. I was never a big Ozzy fan, and we used to battle. But we
No,
always
I used to be.
agreed.
I used to be a Kiss fan until I met you. That's the problem.
But we agreed the one year, which is weirdly like the same year, you liked Kiss Asylum,
Yes.
and I liked Ozzy Ultimate Sin.
And I had I had a 14-year-old drummer in my band, 14 years old, drinking in my bedroom, playing Who's the Better Band. And I had the Asylum album vinyl, and I would play that. And he'd pick a song off the vinyl album, Asylum, and go, "Tell me that guitar solo is not better." And I put Randy Rhoads on Diary of a Madman, and we kept going back and forth. 14 years old at the time. I could have went to jail. I could have went to jail.
Why
Giving him
did we?
drink.
Did we have
Honestly,
relations?
Tom, it kind of sounded like that for a little bit.
I know. Sounds a little
It's
dirty.
gonna be like Dateline.
I had a 14-year-old in my bedroom, and you know what I did?
listening to music.
We
You know
put
what?
on Ozzy.
Hey, you want to go up to my room? I got some Ozzy.
No, I got
Ernie,
some Kiss. Ooh.
End up in the asylum, all right.
Ernie, that brought up a memory. What's the story? I don't remember who it was. Ernie was into this girl, he got her up to his bedroom, and what did you do, Ernie? What's that story?
Oh, the
Was it Romeo's
Metallica.
friend?
Is that what Metallica Unforgiven?
I think so. Tell the tell the people.
Tell the
Well, it
people.
was
Tell all 8 people, Ernie.
a playground show. Uh, Eddie's girlfriend Christine. They knew I liked her friend Joyce, so they brought her around for the playground show. Um, she's a Metallica fanatic, and she's telling me how great Metallica and Fade to Black is. And I have the Black album upstairs. It didn't even come out yet. It was I got it before it came out, and I told her there's a song on it that's better than Fade to Black. She goes, no way. She comes up my bedroom. She's sitting on my bed. I put on Metallica Unforgiven. She listens to it. We're like, incredible. I'm like, all right, great, let's go. Let's we go to the show.
Oh, I thought you meant let's go. Like,
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah.
But in Ernie's
Oh, wait a minute.
defense,
Yeah, there's more. Eddie's girlfriend Christine pulled me aside. Goes, yeah. Tell me what happened. Goes, oh, I showed her the song. She goes, that's it. I go, yeah. Goes, she said, you're an idiot.
She was right.
but Ernie, in your defense, you're in your parents' house and your room was so small you couldn't shut the door because it would hit the bed, right?
That is true.
I
Yes.
mean,
his room. Robert got the bigger room. I don't even have that happen.
but again, so I was getting to the point where I really did always like the Ultimate Sin album. I actually just listened to it again recently. I I love Jakey Lee's playing. I like his songwriting. I still think Ultimate Sin holds up
What do you think
today.
about Randy? Was Randy on drums?
I like Castillo. I didn't never loved him. You know, I never loved him. I was
I
always a
don't know.
Bill.
I don't know. He was suggested from Tommy Lee. He was a reference from Tommy
Listen,
Lee.
he was for the time. Randy was great, but again, Bill Ward was to me still. And I just did a Sabbath show
What?
last year
You're
at
saying
our
this
school.
now?
Dude, I always told you Bill Ward was incredible. Bill Ward was always great. Oh wait, I always liked Bill Ward better than Randy and any of the. I mean, listen, Tommy Aldridge was obviously a great
You
drummer, but
always said to me that the most I've ever said is that you liked, because you wouldn't listen to a lot of Sabbath. I would show you snare, because you always said you like drummers that bring it down to the old type of drumming
yeah,
and
and that's
use their snare very well. And you always said Bill Ward uses snare
Bill
really well.
Ward, even looking back, it was before that 80s drumming started. That's not that metal type drumming, but Bill Ward is he's like a cross between Bonham and Keith Moon. He can do that Bonham stuff when he needs to, but he
Well, he had
also,
jazz.
but
Was
you're
jazz
right, he does that frantic stuff too. Right.
That was his big thing.
What's that song on? I just listened to some of the first record recently. Someone was playing. What's that long song on the first record that has a lot of changes in it and does a lot of like that
It's
type of
the
stuff?
Ernie, you know it. It's before
Warning.
Wall of Sleep.
Oh, no.
No,
Before
it,
that's
Bum, bum, bum,
that's Sleeping Village.
bum, bum, and then it goes. Dun, 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 it goes into a jazz
yeah, that might be the one.
a
That's the
rhythm,
one. Yeah.
and then it
It
goes
sounds
into
like
warning, and then it goes into warning. Boom,
yeah,
boom,
What song is
boom,
that?
boom, 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 boom. What?
the finger, baby.
I think it's behind the Wall of Sleep. I think.
Ernie,
Oh,
you're
that's
letting
not
us
that's
down
the
here.
side one. Right after the wizard is behind the wall of sleep.
Yes, that's the one I think I mean.
Yeah, because they go.
I'm
Yeah,
not positive, but
yeah.
Did
Why don't you come
It
back
starts.
to us?
It starts
It's
no,
with
about
maybe
bum, bum, bum,
no, maybe Wicked World. All right, listen, we obviously we're talking about Sabbath
bum.
music and Ozzy music.
Yeah, let's get into this.
We could have done Sabbath songs, Ozzy songs. I thought it would be better, especially more for me, to tell you the truth, would to do Ozzy moments. Now, if that's a song for you, go for it. But Ozzy moments, obviously, Ozzy has had so many big moments over the years, whether they were funny moments, whether they were shocking moments, media worthy moments. There's so many different sides of Ozzy. I figured we would do the top 5 Ozzy moments, and then obviously I'll intercut some of these crazy clips of Ozzy as we talk about him. But Ozzy, and you, Doc, you tell me what you think of this. Do you think Ozzy's music or Ozzy, the person and his persona, which is bigger, if that makes sense? You know what I mean by that?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I think as much as I love his music, I think his persona Definitely. He was known as a survivor, an everyday Joe, kind of like a heavy metal Billy Joel. Um, very humble, but I always loved him. I mean, I'll tell you his music, but I think overall he represented the street kid. Steve had said something, sent something to me the other day. Steve Karasotis sent something, and it was a quote that he acted when he got on stage. He acted like he was just taken out of the crowd and is playing in front of a band of he doesn't even belong up there. Like he doesn't feel like he belongs up there.
Right.
Like, and every performance was like that. And I get goosebumps when I see that. Now his voice is it's different. We'll get into that later and unique. Um, I really like to touch on his voice because I've listened to a lot of vocal technique teachers analyze his voice. I'd like to touch on that later, what made him so special. But yeah, I think what he represented was the survivor from the ghetto, you know, and he brought it down to street level for everyone to and it just happened to be a perfect mixture, good music with the persona, so to speak.
What do
Yeah,
you think,
I
Ernst?
agree.
Same type question. What do you think?
Ditto.
Wow, that response really hit me. I'm very emotional after that response.
Oh, Bill, you're
Oh well,
next.
he's just
Obviously, it's. I mean, for me, I mean, great music, right? Like unbelievable music. Friend or is it foe, Tom? Right? Or is it bend or is it fold? I couldn't understand some of the
Wait,
things he
yeah,
was saying.
I had to rewind this. Joey, you need to know this, Mr. Cassata.
Oh, so
Um,
I was listening to
Waiting for Darkness. Yeah, Waiting
yeah.
for Darkness. Billy contacted, and who knows the answers? Is it friend or is it foe? Waiting for Darkness, so at the Bark at the Moon. Billy thought up until 2 months ago, it was who knows the answers? Is it bend or is it fold? Okay. I
Makes
said
sense.
I like his lyrics, but go ahead, Bill.
Yeah.
It
No,
was great.
so I was like baffled by it, and I realized,
But if you're in a
I had
laundromat, it's fucking awesome.
yeah, I have Apple Music, and it plays the lyrics. You could see the lyrics, and I realized in the last year I don't know lyrics to any songs, and I wish I wrote down because now I'm annoyed because now I know the lyrics, but I liked what I was singing before that. Like I didn't know like some of the Van Halen lyrics with David Lee Roth. I just didn't know that's what he said. And I'm
Like
like, oh
what?
my God.
What's an example? You have any?
What is it? I think it's Unchained where he goes like a blue-eye murderer in a five size dress or something like that was the lyric. I don't even know what I said. Like I just made something up. I wasn't even close. And then all of a
I
sudden
Billy,
I mean, and the same thing with Ozzy's this song. I literally thought he said,
I
"Is it bend or is it fold?" For years, I've been saying bend or fold, and then I find out
this
it's
this
friend or foe.
this might be another five episode of
Yeah, right.
lyrics we
So
grew up
what
with that
you
we
thought
thought.
was the
I
lyric,
mean,
right?
we might not want to touch on this one because
You
Yeah,
this
know
is going to
what?
go. Because I got one. I'm holding. I danced with my wife when I got engaged. I
Let's
proposed to her on the New York Spirit on the Brooklyn Bridge to an Elton John song, and I sang a song into her ear that she looked at me and her eyes opened up,
no.
and I had been singing the wrong lyrics for years. So it might be
You know
another
what?
episode.
Stay tuned. Let's do that next week.
Yeah. All right.
That is perfect. Listen,
So
I
that's
agree.
it. Oh, that's
I
fun.
think what happened at that event and him still doing it, and obviously everyone was spectacle. Is he going to be able to perform? Is he going to be able to sing? I will tell you, I almost felt the opposite after that show. I thought they were going to do a run. I thought Sabbath was going to do a little mini stadium run because I thought Ozzy sounded great. I thought he looked cool in the chair. So what? He can't walk around and Ozzy. Listen, Ozzy was never David Lee Roth anyway. Ozzy would walk around clapping pull Jakey Lee's hair, throw some water on the crowd. Ozzy, I thought in the chair performed great. I really thought that was going to trigger Sharon to go, you know what? We could do 2 or 3 of these a year.
They
And
could
then,
have
of
his
course,
chair fly around, put on
yeah.
some like thing, lift them up.
But for him to
I
go
think
out like that, I think it was poetic.
she's
Yeah.
still trying to figure out like
And I think she will. I think Ozfest will live on. I think Ozzy's name will live on. And listen, anyway, Bill, let's go to you. We're going to do the moments, top 5 moments of Ozzy. It could be songs, it could be anything you want. What do you got? Number
Quick,
5.
like a quick little story. Gene Simmons talked about it, and he's about Ozzy passing away, and he did say Ozzy was the first one to be Ozzy. He didn't emulate anybody. He was Ozzy, right? And I was like, wow, like he nailed that, right? There was nobody he copied. They could say, oh, he was like this, he was like that. No, he was the first one. Anyway, so my
Yeah.
first memory that I'm going to bring up involved us, all of us. They came out, Ozzy came out when an album was doing a record signing in
Oh,
Manhattan, and we drove into Manhattan. We met up with Joey, and there was 4 locations. We went to location 1 and just missed them. We went to location 2 and just missed them. The brain trust amongst us said we should go to location number 4, and we skipped 3. We went to 4, and there he was, the Prince of Darkness, and
Tower
a big
Records, No
line
More Tears.
signing. He was all ready. He was all looking in. He was signing stuff, and all of a sudden, and I don't know if we still have the video somewhere. Ernie screams out as loud as he can in that screeching voice, and he startled the Prince of Darkness. Ozzy turned around and went like this, and I forget. I don't even know if we have the video, but someone has the
I,
video
you,
camera.
I think we do. He came out to, and this is my memory. This is so fucking weird. It was No More Tears. It was
Yeah,
Playground. And we were there, and he came up through the elevator in Tower Records.
yeah,
They came out,
yeah.
and it was do, do, what song is that on No More Tears? Bum, just the same on desire, nothing will
Desire.
change. Yeah, so he comes out walking, and Ernie goes something like, Ozzy! And at a lot higher pitch than I just did. And he
He
turned,
flinched. He
he
flinched.
flinched.
Ernie made the Prince of Darkness flinch. So two other things I remember about that night, right? Tommy would not get online to get an autograph. And
What?
this is what he said. His words were this. I said, I don't understand. Why are you not going up there? And he said, if he's a dick to me, it'll
yeah.
ruin it forever. And that's why I didn't go. I went up, and I don't know if Colin has it. I got an
Yeah, Colin
autograph,
still
and I had
has
him.
it.
Okay, I
He
had
has
him
the CD
autograph.
cover from No More Tears. Right.
Yeah, to autograph it to Colin. And at the same night, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 came out.
Oh, wow.
So I got all 3 albums, and the box covers stayed in Ernie's room for like 5 years.
Did Ernie invite? No, that was just a joke, right? Ernie never invited Ozzy to a playground concert. That was a
Well,
joke, right?
Oh
don't give
no.
it away. Don't give it away because I will
Okay.
Yeah.
tell
All
you
right, all right.
Yeah.
this will be it's my number 5. So we're not going to get to
Okay,
that.
all
But Bill,
right.
I don't remember the different locations. I don't remember that part of the story. Where were
Oh
the other
my God.
locations that we missed?
We were
I
doing
don't
U-turns in
know.
Manhattan.
But
Yeah, I
where?
don't know. I don't know how many. I think they were doing them all at Tower Records, but there might have been multiple locations in Manhattan. But we literally 1 and 2, he wasn't there. And we were like, what the hell? We
Or
came
he had
over.
just left. Or he
We're
had
not even
just
gonna
left.
see him. We're not even gonna see him. And then finally we were like, oh, let's go to the 4th location,
Fuck this.
you know,
Go straight to the end
go to number
location.
4. And then we
Doc,
got in, and
you
there he
got us.
was. I mean,
If there's any chance of you having this video and you could dig it up, this would be the perfect time to do it.
I don't know who had it, but I remember watching it because we were hysterical laughing
Yeah, I
at
remember it
I'll
was
Ernie.
like
be the
us
idiot with my
in the
little
yeah, I remember us
camcorder.
laughing like it's chaos in the car happening that we're going to the next one. I remember
Right,
now.
right. And then when he looked over, then he sort of after he realized Ernie's smaller than him and he's not in any danger, he sort of chuckled.
Yeah, he
He
chuckled.
sort of grinned
Right.
a little bit.
That's
But
cool.
Great
anyway,
one.
that's
That's a good start.
my
All right,
first
Doc.
one.
What do you got? Number 5.
I got 1,000, so it doesn't matter. Memories with Ozzy. I guess one concert we went to in Jersey, I don't even remember, but it was after 9/11. And we would always go out in the parking lot. It was me. I don't know if Kiss ever, I wanted to ask you that, but Ozzy always had the up and coming talent open up for them. And he wasn't shy about that. Like he always didn't give a fuck, he was going to give them a break. Sometimes he get blown off the stage and sometimes he wouldn't. But we went in there, I think it was on Christmas time. It definitely was. And we walked into the fucking arena and we just started and he's on a fucking roller coaster coming from the fucking ceiling, dressed in a Santa Claus outfit with a machine gun. And he's coming down, descending from the ceiling, and he starts going towards the fucking stage. Bin Laden's face drops, and he starts, "Die, Bin Laden!" And a machine gun starts going off, and you see bullet holes on the screen. I just walked into this. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was
Crazy.
fucking pretty. Yeah, it was the nuttiest thing I've ever seen in any concert to this date. I don't know, Ernie, you must have been, or Billy, you must have been with me when we walked in there.
What tour was that?
Oh my God, it was at the 9/11. So it was my cousin Billy, I think Chris, Maggie.
I was not at that
So
one.
what album would that have been? Like Osmosis or something like that?
No. It would have been Black Rain or oh shit.
Ernie?
Black Rain or a what?
Down to Earth, maybe?
Yeah, one of those two. But the concert was right after 9/11, so it was were you guys not there?
I was not.
Because the Whack Packers were there, and we took Eric, Colin, brother-in-law, Maggie, Chris, and I thought maybe one of you guys were there, but it was pretty cool. I mean, to walk into it, it was like, what the fuck is going on? Because we came in we rushed in to see Ozzy, and it had already started, and he comes rolling down on his roller coaster, and he's pop in a Santa Claus outfit, and I don't know, maybe my imagination. I don't take acid, but my imagination gets the best of me sometimes, as someone once said. But yeah, so that was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
Right. Please, if you could find video of that, I want to see it, because if this really happened or if it's in your brain.
Tommy, look it up, and I never did. So now we're gonna find out if I fucking belong in an institution or not.
I think we know the answer to that. Ernie, number 5. What do you got?
And you love it.
You walked right into that one.
Number 5, the Ultimate Sin concert, which Metallica was opening for. I saw an opportunity to get to the front, to the absolute front row. So I start slowly pushing my way through. Pushing. And I get about one row of people in front of me. I couldn't get any closer. So this is my only experience ever, like all the way in the front of a concert. Like, it's so hot. Everybody is so crushed up that you put your hand to do this, and then what you do, you can't put your hand back down. So you rest it on the person next to you. And I also realized that everybody is peeing on each other. That you can't get to the bathroom, move. Which makes me understand that's what Ozzy's doing with the big buckets of water. He's basically cleaning us off.
It's kind of like the Morty Barn. It sounds like the Morty Barn to me.
Wait a minute. He left a part out that I was going to mention. I figured he would. He left us. His dad entrusted my brother-in-law, who's probably 40-something years old, to take us all to the Metallica Ozzy concert. And it basically was more of a Metallica concert because that was the Master of Puppets concert. And Metallica almost blew Ozzy off the stage because that album was so fucking great. And Ernie disappeared. So that night we spent, after the concert ended, whoever was with me, I don't remember at that point. I just remember my brother-in-law, me, and there was 3 other people, and we were going to first aid. An hour after the concert ended, cars were burning outside, and looking around. Does he know enough to go back to the car where we parked? And we'll hang out here. Let's go back and see first aid if he's hurt. Because we do have Ernie's father's car with no Ernie.
Oh my God.
So
We
here
lost
we are
Ernie.
sitting and we're waiting. So we actually just say, fuck it. No cell phones back then. Fuck it. Let's go. You know, he's probably took a train or something, and we had to return the car to Ernie's father. And it was a very weird exchange with Ernie's father. It's like, how was the concert? My brother-in-law said it was awesome. Car ran great.
Car's good. Here it is.
Car's good. We don't know who your son is. And if you knew Bob, I'll kick the shit out of him when I see him. I will beat the living shit out of him. And that's how we
Hey,
left it.
Tell the truth. If you would have come home with Ernie and no car, which one would he have been more mad at?
Oh, fucking the car.
Definitely.
If you came home without both.
Which
He
one would he
would've-
miss? Which would he have missed more?
He would have had some warm milk and went to bed.
My dad pointed out that it is much cheaper to replace me than replace the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Well, you want to elaborate on that story? How you just completely fucking forgot that we had your father's car, and you and with joyous fucking Monty Python, just left with everyone and got on a train and went home. Fucking and forgot us.
And from Long Island, no less. They had to take the Long Island Railroad. It was like an adventure, right? It's not
Yeah,
like
like-
he was in the Manhattan. He took a couple of trains to get home.
Yeah, it's like the whole time. What did your father say to you, Ernie, when you got him?
He hugged me and then he beat me.
And I would like to finish that story with, I have a funny feeling Ernie was the only one peeing in that front row. I don't think anyone else was peeing. He's like, we were all peeing. No, Ernie. It was just you.
I gotta go.
That is not true. And I just found out recently, because I told the same story on a different podcast recently, that somebody commented the buckets of water, that was made for Ozzy to put him on himself, so he could pee himself without anybody knowing.
Gotcha. So you and Ozzy were the only two peeing then.
And tell me that doesn't make sense. No.
Yeah.
No.
We used to do with
a guy can go out on stage and perform for an hour without having to pee. He doesn't need buckets.
Ernie. We did it in the Bordy Barn.
Not what's inside of Ozzy. Not with the amount of beer and everything.
We used to pee in the Bordy Barn and pour beer on each other.
God help us.
All right, I'm going to piggyback off Billy's.
And
My
God
number
bless
five.
Ozzy Osbourne. But anyway, go ahead.
My number five is going to meet Ozzy on that same run Billy mentioned, but at the end of that, which we just touched on, Ernie made sure he was last online. And he went up to Ozzy and he said, go ahead, Ern.
You want me to tell us? Okay. So, Mr. Osbourne, we have spent a lot of money going to see your shows, and we think it's only fair that you come see one of ours.
And you
So
told
I
him that
invited-
Playground was playing. Where were we playing? What
Playground
was that?
Yeah, it's actually the Red Spot. I don't think it ever even happened.
Oh, and
maybe,
that should
maybe,
never happen.
maybe he did go.
Me and Joey playing NHL hockey in Star City.
You know what, Doc? What karma would that have been if the show we missed because we were playing Sega hockey was Ozzy actually came to the show and he's like, "Where's that little funny man with the lisp? I want to see his band."
We
Well, when I was talking-
could have went somewhere. We could have been a contender.
I was talking to
Maybe
Ozzy.
Ozzy did go that night. We don't know.
Ozzy did not say any words at all to me. While I was talking to him, he standed up, turned around, and walked away. While I was, didn't say goodbye or no thank you.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's
No
what
word.
I didn't want. I mean, do you all feel that way? I mean, if you idolize, Joey, you got to live.
No,
got
but I
to live
respect
out
what
the
you,
dream.
Doc. I respect what you did because you're right. You go up to Ozzy, and he tells you
Yeah.
to go fuck off. It ruins your childhood.
Or nothing. Nothing.
Yeah,
How
or
about
nothing.
nothing? Just
Yeah.
a sign and just shit just next. I mean, he says the word next, and you're like,
And I'll
my
tell
name's
you,
not my name's not next. What do you mean? It's like,
Doc,
no, that
no,
means move on, next
I
person.
will tell you, even though I got to do the stuff with Kiss and stuff, I did that different because I was playing. I would have done what you did. I would have never,
Oh,
I've
I know
never,
you would have.
even now, I've never gone up to someone and asked them for an autograph, never waited online for something like that. Because exactly if that happens, it ruins my fandom of that person.
And Billy, with Eddie Van Halen, would you have gone up to ask?
I would have, yeah. I mean, it's like one of my idols. But right, it is a risk, right? If they're an idiot to you, uh,
Yeah.
then you
But
totally
even
could
that, what
devastate
did they
you.
just treat you as
Anyone
next?
else? Yeah.
Next.
Well, I mean, I would have been next, and that would have been all right. Like, I get it. There's a lot of people
Okay.
there. I don't think he's gonna say, "Hey, Bill, come over, come hang out with me and Valerie," right? It ain't gonna happen back then. But I get
Well,
it. I get it. You were more invested in that whole thing.
I was in
Like,
a
I
Doc,
like
band. I
Eddie Van
think.
just
Halen,
I
but I
think
couldn't play
being
guitar.
yeah. I
Ernie,
think being a singer. Yeah, I think being in a
Ernie,
band.
what's the cat's
Right.
name in the box?
The cat in the
No,
ball.
Billy, what's the cat in the box? Schro, what the hell is it?
Oh, Schrodinger. Oh, what the hell? What
Schrodinger's
the
What
cat.
are you guys talking
The cat
about?
that's in the box. You don't when you open you never open the box. You don't know if the cat's alive and dead. So it's kind of both, right? You know that
What?
theory? Oh my god.
No.
Schillinger? Is it
Shit.
Schillinger?
I can't imagine it's Schindler's cat.
It's gotta be Shishiship.
That's Schindler's List, Ernie.
Chinless cat. Oh, Jesus.
Schlesinger. The cat's name
I
is
think it's like
Schlesinger.
Schrodinger's. Whatever. Anyway, there's a theory.
Oh boy.
There's a cat in a box, and
I can't. I'd like to Google it right now, but I'm using my phone.
it's Google it for me, Billy, please. It's both dead and alive at the same time because you never know
It's
what it is. So
she's
because what I'm saying
wait,
is
wait.
that's
I
Ozzy,
got it. I got it. Schindler's List?
not Schindler's List. The cat is
Sh-
not on Schindler's List. He didn't save the cat.
Sh-
No,
Ricky Schroeder?
no,
Schroeder?
it's not. The cat was not
Oh,
on
yeah.
Silver Spoons.
You're right. It is Schroeder's cat or something like that.
What do
It's
you mean
an
something like that?
experiment.
You're reading it. Read it to us.
Wait a
It
minute.
says
Wait. If
cat in the
the
box.
owner of the cat's name is My Sharona. My
No, it's
Sharona.
not much Sharona
My
either.
Sharona.
Oh, well, it says it illustrates the concept of
Listen,
superposition, which a particle, or in this case, a cat, can be in multiple states at once
All
until
right. All right.
observed.
listen,
All
listen.
right.
So what I'm
No, I'm
saying is,
done.
no, what I'm saying is, Ozzy, we'll never know. Was he at that show? He might have been at that show and not at that show at the same time. So Ozzy
You
is the
don't know.
cat. He could have come to that show and we'll never know because we were never there. So in your brain, Doc, you could say Ozzy came to see you play.
Here we
But
go.
Ozzy was but once.
Ozzy was dead and
He's a
alive
cat.
at the same time, just like Schindler's cat.
He's cat. Schroeder's cat.
Well, Hitler did like dogs. He didn't like
Oh,
cats.
Lord. All right, come on, let's move on. Billy, what do you got? Number 4.
So this is one of my favorite
Hitler's
stories.
cats. Wait,
Ozzy,
hold on.
what?
Was it
Ozzy.
Ernie?
All
Hitler's
right,
cats.
enough of cats. This is about Ozzy.
Come on, Billy.
Save this for the top 5 cat show.
Hitler's cats. I gotta write
Ozzy,
that down.
Ozzy was on Howard Stern, and Howard asked him. He goes, "Oh, I heard you just got your driver's license." And
Oh,
classic story. I mean, I wish I could do his voice better, but he goes, "How many times did it take you to get your license?" He goes, 15. He goes, "Twice I showed up. I was too drunk. They wouldn't let me drive."
No.
And then he goes on to tell him, he goes, "You know what the funny thing about it is, Howard? I got my gun license on the first try."
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh my God.
he,
He goes, "That's wrong. That's what's wrong with your bloody country." That's what he said. He goes, "I could get my gun license on the first try. It took me
there's
15
a
tries to get my driver's license." And
there's
to hear
a
him tell the story,
Oh,
his voice, the way
there's
he
a
describes it, they're dying laughing. "I was bloody drunk. He wouldn't let me drive the
he
car."
didn't. That's one of the things about Ozzy that always everyone always said he should have been a fucking comedian. Like
Oh,
he was just fucking funny, and he didn't realize he was being funny. On the same episode, there was a British Bill, to add to your story. There was a British interview. I've been watching him, and he's sitting there on the couch, and he said the same thing. He goes, "Took me fucking time," and I fucking kept walking there with a bottle of vodka trying to drive, and some of the people were like, "Go back tomorrow, come back the next day. You're drunk," and he finally goes, and they asked him, he goes, "I finally got it though," and he goes, "Did you?" He goes, "Did you? Was it an automatic or manual?" He goes, "When I fucking drink, I can drive anything." But he
come
was
on,
walking
Doc.
around the the Department of Motor Vehicles with a bottle of vodka in his pocket.
Oh
And
my
certain drivers are
God.
like, "No, I'm not getting in the car with you. Go back, sober up, and come back tomorrow." Like 17 times. But yeah, it was fucking funny. Yeah,
What do you
he was a
got, Doc?
character.
Number four.
Well, he took one. I like that one. There's a new. I stayed away from the Osbournes because
Oh, I
I think we were
didn't.
in a half. I don't know when the fuck. I don't even what point in my life I was in, but I just refused to watch because he was on so many pain meds and shit.
Oh,
Which the defenders on it. I mean, Sharon made money, $20 million, whatever the fuck it was. But there is a fucking thing out there now that I sent to my daughter Sadie, and it's fucking funny. It's like drinking for like 5 days straight, bender. And he comes out of the bedroom and he just goes, and he came and says, "Shut, where's my beer?
oh no, it's on
My,
my list, you fuck.
where's my beer?" And she looks at him and goes, "What beer, Ozzy? What beer?" And he goes, my fucking man. Someone stole me. He goes, "You're the beer thief, Ozzy. You're the beer thief." And he goes, uh, uh, uh.
Hi, darling.
Someone has been in my room and taken my beers away from my room.
I don't think so, darling.
Uh,
Who would do that?
uh,
Who could possibly do that? Who's the beer thief? You. You're the beer thief.
I'm
No.
the thief. And she's like, "You're the beer thief." And everyone's just laughing in the room. He drank his own beer and stole it. I'm sorry, Joey, but
It's on
it's
my
one of the
list.
funniest
It's my
motherfucking
number
things I've ever
three.
seen.
It's one
It's
of the
one of the
funniest.
funniest.
Let me tell you something. If you haven't gone back to watch the Osbournes, I just started watching it again with my daughter. It
My
is,
daughter wants to watch it too.
it's unbelievably funny. Ozzy coming out of the bedroom and screaming that someone stole his beers,
No,
and
he
Sharon,
spoke it like he can
yeah.
barely speak. He's fucking
What?
gone.
Oh my God, what a great clip.
Where's my beer? And she goes, "What beer, Ozzy? What beer?" He goes, "Son, stole my beer." And he goes like this, "You're the beer thief, Ozzy. You're the beer thief." And he
It's
goes, uh, uh,
uh,
it's like, me?
let me tell you
He doesn't
something.
even
Now
contest. He doesn't even contest the argument.
I know this is the first time we brought up the Osbournes, but I listen. The Osbournes changed everything we know. I really believe this. I know this is crazy to say. Everything that we do with musicians and superstars and these bigger than life characters, the Osbournes were the first ones to take down that curtain. Since then, you got to remember the music industry was changing then. You're not getting the record sales as always anymore. Streaming is happening, but the meet and greet version of all these bands and stuff didn't start happening yet either because all the bands were still, the fans are over here and the
Yeah,
superstars are here. There was no connection with these
I was
bigger than life characters.
I
And
was gonna ask. Yeah, I was gonna ask because Joey, being an Aussie guy, that mystic thing about Ozzy, being and
yeah,
to bring it into his home and then rip that down. I mean, how'd you guys feel about it? I mean, Ernie,
I
Billy, I
think
mean,
it's
how we all
I
felt
think
about it. Like I was like this. I was embarrassed. I was like, I liked when he
no.
kept what he was as a showman and kept that a secret. But yet, there's a part that I wanted everyone to know who he was as a good person too. You know,
I'm telling you,
although
listen, I get it. Elvis and the Beatles and Zeppelin and all that stuff will always have that mystique about them, right? But Ozzy and I understand what you're saying, the Prince of Darkness, and all of a sudden you see this crazy older guy, which, by the way, he's our age in the Osbournes.
Yes, right. He
Yeah,
wasn't
right.
that old.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not that old. But when I remember watching that, thinking he's an old,
Yeah,
crazy
right.
man, he's not. He's like in his 50s. So anyway, but I think Ozzy breaking
Well, yeah,
down
what do
that
you mean?
wall.
Joe, you're still what, 35?
Well, I mean, your age is not my age.
Oh,
But Ozzy breaking down that wall, I think, not only changes everything, it opens up the whole music industry to so many new forms of revenue. I don't think all these meet and greets, all this stuff, when that wall gets broken down, it lets the public see what these rock stars are like. And now it's okay to do reality TV. It's okay to do interviews as
Yeah.
yourself.
well, Kelly,
Go look back at interviews in the 80s in about with rock stars. They were like trying to be the coolest people in the world. And then all of a sudden, the Osbournes changed everything, and people were just being themselves. And
well,
I get it.
Sharon changed it.
Yep.
Ozzy wanted nothing to do with it. I'm watching
Oh,
it,
sure.
like the articles. I'm watching the interviews now, when he's about to. I mean, this is going up to this year. They're going, "What was your favorite part about the Osbournes?" He goes, "The end," because he didn't like the way he was depicted. I mean, when I saw him at Thanksgiving dinner swap a fly on his forehead and almost knock
Oh.
himself out, I was like, "This is my fucking idol," and he's being depicted by his wife, Sharon, who loves him very much. And I would hope to God my wife and my wacky days, if I'm out on whatever the fuck I'm on, she's not going to invite the media in. But Kelly said today in an article, and I'm just checking up on shit, that it's what is it called now, Joey? The new reality TV. It's called production induced. In other words,
Oh,
they tell people
right.
it's false. It's not real.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
They tell people. Even Sharon said when she was with Donald Trump, what was that, The
Yeah.
Apprentice?
Yeah.
They
It's
would
all,
come and
yeah.
tell you
It's
purposely
semi-scripted. Yeah.
that the other person would what they said about you. They make things up to create some kind of
Of
drama on the
course.
set. But
Yeah.
this
Oh,
wasn't the set. This was not the case with us, the Osbournes, which is pretty. That's
because
what makes it so unique.
it
Yeah,
was still
that's what.
so new in that reality TV type world. Yeah, reality TV right now is still, it's not reality. It's like you said, producers kind of make the situations happen and then throw these people in them to
All
see
the
what
house,
happens.
all
Yeah,
the
it's all
homing
fake.
shows,
Yeah.
all the home shows, and all that bullshit. And I
Yeah.
do. All you gotta do is do a reality check on everything
Yeah.
on the internet. You can see what's being.
I mean, I'll tell
Um,
you a story. So I know a producer that I used to work with that does reality TV, and he did this full reality show for this network, and the network was all about it. They loved the product. It wasn't released yet. They came down to the set one day, and they saw what was happening, and they're like, "Wait, you're kind of like staging these scenes." He's like, "Yeah, of course. This is how it works." They're like, "No, no, no. We have to be reality." He's like, "No, there's no such thing as reality TV. This is
yeah,
reality TV." And they actually scrapped the show. Anyway,
Minutes,
what do you got?
Ernie.
Number 4.
I can do it.
My number
Ernie,
four is
what did you, Joey? What did you used to say? I haven't said it in a while. I forgot.
Schnaps. Schnaps.
No.
No.
Schnaps.
I love
My number
this.
4, my lungs, is Ozzy's Black Sabbath's appearance on the show CSI in 2013.
I
Where
don't know this.
they this was when God Is Dead, the single was out, but the album wasn't out yet. First of all, they didn't do God Is Dead, even though that was the single. They did the end of the beginning, which I thought was incredibly cool because I never even heard that song before. I didn't have the album. But
Yeah.
then afterwards,
Ernie called me on this one.
Ozzy did an interview with the guy on the show. It obviously scripted, but it was hysterical.
Oh my God.
At the end of the interview, the guy goes, "Ozzy, by the way, you were my first." And Ozzy goes, "What do you mean?" You were my first interview at your 1986 concert at the Philadelphia Spectrum. And Ozzy goes, "I don't remember." And the guy goes, "You don't remember me or you don't remember the concert?" And Ozzy goes, "I don't remember 1986. It was such
All
a
right,
great.
oh,
Nice, Ernie. Nice,
so
Ernie. I
quickly,
remember you calling me about that when when the Sabbath album was first released, that single.
Yep.
It was on CSI. It was on CSI. I'm like, I don't want CSI. What the fuck you talking about?
I don't watch CSI either. I watched it just.
Yeah, it was a good song. They did good.
Everyone here, I'm assuming, has seen Decline of Western Civilization, right? And we've seen that. So there's
It
a
hurts.
clip. There's a clip of Ozzy. So the interviewer is talking to Ozzy, about the heyday of touring and metal, and Ozzy's talking about all the. And now, meanwhile, during the interview, Ozzy is cooking breakfast. So as Ozzy's cooking breakfast, and this is like Ozzy's spiked hair, like Ultimate Sin Ozzy era, I guess, right?
Dressed
So,
in over the top.
oh, forget it. So he's telling the interviewer about, we did acid and we did LSD and cocaine and we did this. And as he's making breakfast, the camera is obviously listening to what Ozzy's saying about all the debauchery that went on in his day. And he's making breakfast, and it is a complete disaster. The whole table, there's a scene he pours. This is my pick. He pours the orange juice as he's talking, and the camera zooms in on the glass. He's nowhere near the glass. The glass is here. He's like this. So yeah, we took LSD and we did this and we did that, and but that was back in the day, and
I'm
you could
cringing.
see
I'm cringing.
he's a mess. The whole table's a disaster. So the interviewer goes, "Oh, but now you live a much cleaner life now, right?" And Ozzy goes, "No."
And what happened with Black Sabbath? We all ended up junkies and alcoholics and everything. Like the drummer ended up in a rehabilitation center. I did for a while, and in the end, disaster happens. It's inevitable to happen, disaster, because it's like drugs. They were okay at the time, but we outgrew them. We just, we took LSD, we took cocaine, we took vast amounts of marijuana. It was fun at the time, but then we all just sort of thought this ain't a very good idea anymore.
So you have a more stable life now?
No.
And it just cuts. It's perfect. It is typical Ozzy. It's the Osbournes 15 years before the Osbournes would happen.
Before
Who
Howard
wants to go
Stern photo.
first? Because I'm cringing. I'm cringing right now.
Why?
One, it's staged, and they call it the end of heavy metal. That documentary.
Oh, sure.
Because they were made out to be Hollywood stars. He was dressed like Liberace in his kitchen, and it was actually made. Please tell me, Joe, you don't believe he actually missed the orange juice. It was completely staged, the whole scene, and everything was horrible. The only thing real in that whole movie,
just like you didn't want to shake Ozzy's hand, Joey doesn't want to believe it's not real. Okay.
Let me tell you something. I watched the Osbournes.
the worst
This is real.
in the movie. The only thing real, I think, is the guitarist from Wasp,
Of course.
sitting in the bath in the pool with a bottle of vodka, and his older mother screaming at him, "You're gonna die! Stop it!" And he's like this, "Whatever, Mom."
Well, that kind of reminds me.
It's one of the
That
greatest
was, to
scenes.
me, was real.
It's one of the greatest scenes. It's up there with "I Am Your Father" with Luke and Darth Vader. It's one of those scenes that lives in infamy. Go ahead, Bill.
It would be the same scene if we recreated it today with Tommy sitting in a tub drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels, lecturing Dean on drug use.
Yeah, didn't we do that, Doctor? Weren't we in the tub together drinking and
Yeah,
No,
lecturing Dean on his drug use. So
Hold on.
I've been in
I
the
have a picture. There
shower
it
with
is.
Joey once. I've been in a bathtub with Joey once.
Hold on. Hold on.
And in the attic.
So here's the shower story is hysterical. So we're in
It's
Wildwood.
Hampton
No,
stores.
is it Hampton? No, we're in Wildwood, the shower story, I think, right?
Oh, Hampton.
So it was more than once then. All right, so we'll call it the
No, you
Hamptons.
you were showering, and I got behind you, and I started lathering you up. And
Yeah,
you're like, "What the
I'm
fuck are you doing in the shower with me?"
I'm
I'm like,
showering out of
"Don't worry
nowhere.
about it." And you
There's
started
someone in
laughing.
the shower with me washing me. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Come on, it'll be quicker this way. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
And, and the hot tub was hypothermia night with wiffle ball in the
Oh
Hampton house
yes,
when we had
yes.
lost to. I don't want to say we
No,
actually
we did
lost.
not. We stop. Let me edit that out.
Never happened.
We never that never
But we
happened.
had
Was
we were
was
freezing.
That's when Dean tied an umbrella to his body. He
yeah.
duct taped an umbrella to his body.
So he didn't get wet.
And
All right, come
Maria,
on.
All right, who's up? Me?
No, that was it. Maria pouring the boiling water over your head was a different story. I wasn't in the tub for that
no,
one, but
she
that's a
stood
good one.
over us. She
No,
stood
that
over us in
wasn't
the
it.
hot tub.
No, different.
We were both in the hot tub. She stood over us,
No,
and we both got scared. And
never
she
me.
dumped it.
Never me. Different,
Never
Yeah,
me.
different hot
Never
tub, different
me.
person.
Never me.
different pitcher, different football player, different year. Go ahead.
Come on, Billy. What do you got? Number 3.
All right. I mean, there's so many great stories, but I don't know which one I should go with first. But one of my other favorite ones is that he was being interviewed and he said he went to the Betty Ford clinic and he actually convinced him to go to the Betty Ford clinic because it would make him a better drinker, more responsible drinker.
I know
So he
this.
gets to the Betty Ford clinic and he's asking them where the bar is.
No, but
So,
he thought he was at Betty Ford's house, the president's wife. I think that's the story. I think that I could be
I don't know
crazy.
about that.
I
no,
think he thought he was at the president's house, the president's wife's house, asking for. They said
They
someone told him he's got to go to Betty Ford's
no,
clinic. He thought it
I
was
don't.
Betty Ford's house for drinks.
That might be
but he thought,
possible, but
no, no,
they told him to get him into rehab that they'll teach you how to be and social
right.
drink
Control
socially.
your drinking. Control
And
your
he
drinking,
had
right?
More
pills in his pockets when he
sophisticated
walked in the
drinker.
door.
Yes,
And he
yeah.
had to give up his pills and he had pills in his pockets and all kinds of shit.
And he said, he goes, I walked in, I asked, where's the bar? He thought like they, it's like one of those like classes where you learn how to eat and grab the right fork when they have all the forks laid out. He
Oh,
thought he was going to go to be civilized and, oh, okay. He goes, that's the only way they got me there.
It was the truth. He actually thought that he had to take he goes, what do you mean? He took all the pills out of his pocket. It was on Howard Stern. He took all the pills out of his pocket, and then he's sitting there with in the rehab too. There was a guy running around who was crazy, and he wanted Ozzy's shoes, and he kept busting Ozzy's chops, going, "Can I have your shoes?" And he's like, "You're not even my same size. What do?" So he gave him his shoes, and the guy's feet were like 3 inches longer, but he squeezed into his shoes and ran off and was so happy. And I was just, and Ozzy had left in those shoes. He was like, I couldn't stand. It was on Howard Stern. He goes, I couldn't take it anymore. I just gave my fucking sneakers. I couldn't take it.
come on, Doc. What do you got for number 3?
All right. We have to go
Ozzy's
dark,
calling.
right? To know Ozzy, we got to go dark. So when he was incarcerated for being mentally unfit and put in a rubber room because he was strangling Sharon. But the thing is, we have to go dark. So Sharon said the famous words. He walked into the room, and he said, "We've decided you have to go." And Sharon looked around the room and said, "It was only Ozzy there," and she knew she was fucked. We've
Oh
decided you
my
have to go,
God.
and he proceeded to strangle her, and that's what put him in the rubber room.
I
The
don't know that story. That's awesome.
no, that is, and he
I
was.
No,
love
it's
that
sick. It's
story.
sick.
That's on
It's
Howard
It's
Stern.
sick, but it's
There's a
just
lot of
crazy.
Howard Stern interviews. Yeah, with
Yeah,
that one.
he was on there a lot.
Yeah, he was on there a lot, but
Wow.
he said, "We've decided you have to go." And Sharon was saying this on Howard Stern show, and
Uh,
Howard starts laughing, go, "We've decided?" And she goes, "Yeah, I knew I was fucked when I looked around. It was only him. I knew he
uh,
was not in his right mind." And the cops were called there, and he was put in the rubber room. I think that was the inspiration for patient number 9 when he was locked away in the rubber room.
What year was this? Ish.
Oh shit.
You want me to guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go.
My guess is 89.
Awesome. I mean, I never.
You know what?
Incredible.
I Google it right now, but I'm using my phone.
No, don't Google it. Chat GPT it. It's a lot faster.
Come on, Ernie. What do you got? Number 3. Let's move a little.
Oh, we're rushing through this, huh?
Rush.
If it was Gene
rushing
Simmons,
through.
we'd be sitting here.
We've been on for 3
talking
hours.
about
What do you mean rushing through
what
it?
kind of socks he wears.
We have more time on the 10-minute break than talking on the show.
Yeah.
Come on, Ernie.
This is the Kiss Network. Get your piece about Ozzy Osbourne. There'll be 10 minutes of talking, 18 minutes of intervals in between.
I'm editing this down to 3 minutes.
Why am I a part of this?
Ernie, just a quick interruption. Ernie was right, 1989.
Motherfucker.
September 1989.
That's the last time you
didn't
joined us
say.
in dinner.
September 24th.
Fourth?
Come
September,
on, Ernie. Number
What was
3.
that? Wait. Fourth?
September 21.
24th? I just spit all over my phone. I can't see you anymore.
Is it
Right.
September 21st?
21.
August, Ernie. August.
The new Ernie calendar. The 21st, 21st, 22nd, 23rd,
All right. Next.
24th, 25th.
He's going to go through
25th.
for every number, Joey. He's going to go through 99.
I'm not going another 10-minute break. So let's finish this. Come on, Ernie. Number 3.
Whoa. Then make it 2 episodes. I refuse. I don't get my closing statements on Ozzy. This is a bullshit podcast. I'll tell you that right now.
Ernie, come
Get
on.
railroaded.
Hurry up, Ernie. Speak up.
Okay, Ozzy being interviewed, talking about how much drugs he used to be on, that he listens to Black Sabbath's Volume 4. He has no memory of making any of the songs, and he says it's like a new album to him.
No.
He doesn't have no memory of writing any of it or recording any of it.
How great is that?
Can you
I think he has a
imagine
memory
that?
of-
Can you imagine hearing an album of your own and not having any recollection of going, I like this album.
Yeah, I'm actually that with a playground.
Who's the singer?
It's a new album to him.
Playground's the same way with me. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Oh my God. Well, my number 3,
Yeah, hurry up. Let's go. Fuck
My
Ozzy.
number
Let's go.
3
Move on.
Billy already said was would Billy say it or Tommy said it? The beer thief. Oh no, Doctor, you said it, right? Beer thief.
You are the beer thief, Ozzy. You are the beer thief.
And then he goes, oh.
I mean, that shit could have happened in the Hamptons any
Oh,
fucking
absolutely.
weekend. Where's the chicken? Who stole the chicken? You are the chicken thief, Ernie. You are the chicken thief. Who took the Chinese food? Yeah,
What do you
great.
mean? Dean brought the girl home,
Sushi.
had her upstairs. She came running down the steps and ran out of the house screaming,
Did
"This
it?
is the worst."
By the way, I was in the living room. It wasn't really a run down the stairs. It was
This is
tumbling.
the
It was a
worst.
tumbling down the
Well,
stairs, hit the wall.
No, she didn't break the wall. Not like Shay, right, Billy?
She sort of slid down.
Was it
Screaming, "This is the worst sushi place I've ever been to."
I don't know where fitness is, but Ozzy.
Right.
But
What
sounds
did
good.
Dean? Anyway, come on. Here we are with number 2, Billy. Number 2.
Oh, you went? Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine
so
was the beer thief. Tommy got it already.
I got a couple left, but this one I kind of like. But
No backups, huh?
Def Leppard was on tour, and I think they were with Ozzy, and they were very concerned that they were losing control, partying too much, and they had like an intervention with themselves. We have to calm down. We got to slow down. We're out of control. And Ozzy walks by all fucked up, and they go, "You know what? We're not as bad as that. Let's scrap this meeting."
No. What year do you think this is, Bill?
I got an 80 something probably, right? But it was
Yeah,
just so funny. They were all
Elliot.
concerned about their own way. They're like, we're partying too much. We're in big
Elliot,
trouble.
yeah.
And all of a sudden, Ozzy's like, and they're like, all right, well, not that bad. I guess we're okay.
Elliot said, "I'm not tour. I don't know what the fuck it was. It's in just. I think it's just. Don't Blame Me documentary, and it might be one of those two. But he goes like this. He goes, "There's fucking Ozzy. Well, look at where he's peeing, and he's peeing out the fucking window." This is Elliot from lead singer. He's just peeing out his fucking window on the kids queuing up to get in to see him. He's
Oh
peeing all
my
over. And they're all
God.
down there going. They have no idea that they're there to see a guy, and the guy's up there just peeing on them. It's like.
As long as you have the buckets of water after.
Tommy, is that what that's what you didn't want to
hysterical.
happen? I guess if you stood in line for the autograph, he pee right on you.
Come on, let's move this on. No, we got somewhere to go.
I gotta say with Billy with Def Leppard, because it's really not fair what Def Leppard has to go through. Their drummer has only one arm, while Motley Crue's drummer has three.
Oh, good Lord.
By the way, Ozzy had something to comment about that too when we walked in and Tommy Lee was getting a little BJ. He says it was a fucking baby's arm. That's what Ozzy said. I saw a girl sucking on a baby's arm. I wasn't sure what I was looking at.
It's got the kneecaps.
A kneecap. It's a joint.
You gotta feed up peanuts.
It came out and gave Ozzy a peace symbol. It went, what the hell?
Come on, Doc. What do you got? Number 2.
All right. Most proud of my Ozman. Halloween.
Oh, no.
The worst shit ever. Worst acting ever. But you know what?
What movie?
It was Halloween. Or Halloween 3.
You might be thinking of Trick or Treat, maybe.
Trick or Treat. I think that's right.
Trick or Treat's Halloween. Wasn't it Halloween? Oh, Halloween 2.
No, Halloween.
It was
Trick or
Halloween
Treat's
1.
not. Ozzy was not in. It was Ozzy Michael Myers, and we don't know this.
Wasn't Ozzy in The Godfather?
Tommy, you're the beer thief.
Trick or Treat.
You're the liquor thief. You're the liquor thief. Trick or Treat. Oh my God, the movie. That stupid fucking movie.
Trick or Treat.
Oh, all right, Billy, say it one more time. I'm going to come over there and kill you.
Trick or Treat, 1986.
Yeah. Trick or Treat.
And Joey, guess what?
Trick or Treat. All right, I get it.
You know what else was in it?
I was confusing the 2 worst horror films of my lifetime in Nostrand Theater. It was Halloween 2, which was fucking Halloween. It had nothing to do with anything. No, not Halloween 2. What the fuck was the movie?
Joe.
Halloween 3.
Gene Simmons was in it.
I know. I have that DVD. Trick or Treat.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Did you see? So Ozzy's in it.
Halloween 3 is the Masks Doctor. Terrible.
All right, I'm done. Okay, so anyway, it was nice to see him up there in a priest fucking outfit. He has fucking
Welcome
his face ripped off.
to the real life Ozzy.
Back then, it was cool to see my guy up there. It didn't matter how embarrassing his acting was. It was just he's out there in the mainstream. I'm thinking. Did I know the Osbournes were lurking?
He was also in Little Nicky.
Trick or
Adam
Treat's
Sandler's
probably
movie.
what year
Little
is Trick or
Nicky.
Treat, Ernie? 99?
You can do it, Ozzy. You can do it.
Trick or Treat's like 1987.
Oh, it's that early?
Maybe
86.
Yeah, you can do it, Ozzy. Yeah, Little Nicky.
Yeah.
Come on, Ernie, what do you got?
He grabs the bat. Go ahead. Joey's got to move on quick. We're running out of time.
What do you got,
We're on
Ernie?
budget now. We're on budget.
Speed round.
Budget podcast now.
Extra points if you get this in 30 seconds.
Podcast.
Ozzy, 40 years, 50 years, drugs, drinking, always fine. Almost gets in a coma though, riding a 2 miles per hour, hitting a hole in his backyard on an ATV.
Oh, that is so wrong, and that's not how it happened.
Wow.
That is so fucked up.
Tell the story, Ernie. What's that full story?
He's riding
2
around.
miles an hour.
ATVs riding around the backyard. There's a little hole in the backyard. He's going 2 miles per hour. Ends up in a coma.
Billy,
No,
did
I
Joey
wasn't
pay
there.
him off to say this?
hold on. In Ozzy's defense, Ernie, could Ozzy have been in a coma before he got on the thing?
Did Ernie,
I mean,
even see the video?
There's a video?
there's no video.
Yes.
No,
There's a
is
video
there?
of the accident. And the little hole was
Aaron
from,
turned it into a music video.
yeah. And there's video of, it wasn't a little hole. It was where he grew up from the Hitler and the bombings in Britain. Giant potholes in
You know what?
the area that he grew up in. And
Listen,
he hit
I
one.
just checked ChatGPT, and
What's
it
it
said
say?
he was going at a very low speed, just about 2 miles per hour.
Yeah, when he hit the
According-
brakes.
According to Newsweek.
I was
When
gonna
he hit
ask
the
Tommy
brake.
to send me the clip of the video. Why do I see him just sending me like a clip of Dukes of
Just
Hazzard?
Google it. He hit the
Dukes of
brakes
Hazzard.
before. By the way, 2 miles an hour before you go off a cliff doesn't make a fucking shit of difference, does it?
Why do you think there's a cliff? Ernie,
Yo,
was
It's
it
a
his
giant
backyard?
bomb hole. It's a pit. He
Yo.
goes into. It's not a hole. Doesn't hit a pothole in the Bell Parkway going 2 miles an hour.
Investigative
I'm saying to you.
reports confirm the actual crash happened at very low speed, about 2 miles an hour.
There you go.
Ernie
Sorry,
did his
Tom.
research.
Give me the depth of the what did he
The
go into?
hole was about 2.5 feet or 36 centimeters.
Why did he just keep going?
Why
He
not
could've
just
He
go around
could
it?
have riding a motorized wheelchair at that point.
That's maybe what he was on. He was on an ATV called the Banshee.
There's a
Maybe he
video.
was-
There's actual video.
He was in the getaway car after he stole the beers.
You're the beer thief, Ozzy.
You're the bear
the
thief.
beer thief.
You're the bear thief.
All right. I don't even know my number two. Let me look at my number two. Hold on. My number two.
I went from
This is a good
an
one.
ATV going 100 miles an hour into a giant bomb pit to
A thimble.
2 miles an hour into a 2.5 foot puddle.
He
You're
hit a
saying-
thimble.
It's on the
You're
video.
saying
It's
this
on the
video. I want to see the video.
No, the video's out there. I'm not lying.
Send it to me. I'm going to put it in the
I'm not sending
podcast.
you fucking shit.
He hit a thimble.
Dude, he's going to send me Dukes of Hazzard 100%. Evil Knievel, one of the Evil Knievel fucking jumps.
Just some good old boy. Never meeting no harm.
My number two, I actually saw this. I think I saw it right after Ozzy passed. Someone posted on one of the news clips. Ozzy, I don't know what, you have no idea what year it is. All his kids are really young. So what's the oldest daughter's name that wasn't in the Osbournes? What's her name?
Amy.
So she's obviously the oldest, and Jack and Kelly
Yeah,
are
but he
very,
has other
very.
kids, but he has oldest over in England, but those are the ones.
I don't. You know what? I don't even know if it's definitely Amy. I think it's Amy. So he's on a couch. They're on a news report, and they're talking to the kids, and they're like, "Hey, kids, what's your favorite music?" And
You know what it is?
Amy looks at Dad and goes,
Madonna.
I like Dad's music. And Ozzy's like, "Oh, that's so great. That's great, great." And the reporter's like, "No, Amy, really? What do you like, really?" She goes, "Well, I do love Madonna." And Ozzy goes, "Madonna."
He puts his hands on her throat. It was Joan Rivers.
He
It
takes
was
her
Joan
throat
Rivers.
and he shakes her by, like kidding
Yeah,
around. But
it
it
was-
is so great.
Joey. It was Joan Rivers. Father's Day interview, and he was
Is
sitting
it
there.
Joan
with kids.
Rivers?
Yeah, it was Joan Rivers, and she was interviewing him on Father's Day. So you took one of mine away. So
Yes.
it showed him to be like, and Jack is like, does he take you to school? And he's like, yeah, I do. And he goes, no, he doesn't. The driver does. And he's like, yeah, it was Joan Rivers. Great interview. Father's Day. For Father's Day.
It is.
Yeah. Joan
It's
Rivers
amazing.
show. Yeah, it
Joan
was pretty
Rivers.
cool.
Joan Rivers, the star from Z-Rock.
Yeah.
I like that, Ernie. Nice plug. All right. I don't know how we got here. Somehow we made it. We made it to number one. I'm going to recap Billy's 5 so far. Billy's got, of
4,
course.
Joey. 4.
Well, yeah, I'm going to recap the 4, obviously. First is obviously when we go met Ozzy on the signing line, and Ernie screams, what does he scream? Number 4, Ozzy goes for his driver's license and does fail 17 times, but gets his gun license first try. Number 3, of the Betty Ford Clinic. Of course, he's going to be a more distinguished drinker. Number 2, the Def Leppard meeting, the meeting of the minds coming to fruition. We got to stop drinking. We're drinking too much. They see Ozzy. Well, it looks like we're pretty good after all. And your number 1,
All right.
Ozzy moment.
Van Halen is on tour with Ozzy, and they're staying at different hotels, but the same chain. So they go to the next town. Ozzy's all fucked up. He just wants to go to his room. He runs off the bus. He runs into the hotel. He runs to the room that was the room number of the last hotel.
Oh no.
The maid is cleaning the room. He goes in the room. It's fine. Get out. The maid leaves, shuts the door. They can't find Ozzy. Ozzy passes out. The next day is the show. They wake up. Everybody's like, "Where is Ozzy?" They can't find him. He just passes out. They according to David Lee Roth, they almost had to cancel the show, and finally he came out. Two-parter. Michael Anthony said on the same tour before they went out, Ozzy said, "Come meet me at my house in England, and we'll get to know each other. We'll have a good time." Van Halen rings the doorbell. Ozzy comes out with a shotgun, runs over to a pond, and just starts shooting things in the pond like this. Michael Anthony said, "We were shitting in our pants. We did not know what the hell was gonna happen. This is the first time I'm meeting the guy to have the meet and greet. We're gonna be on tour with you the whole time, and he comes running out with a shotgun, fired, boom, boom, boom. It was like meeting Joey Zaremba in New Hampshire, right? Like it was right. It
Oh
was
my God.
crazy. But you imagine that, like,
Well,
it's
that's how
like
you
their
know
first,
Ozzy's the craziest. But that's how you
right?
know Ozzy
Yeah, it's like their
is.
first real big tour that they're gonna be on, right? Like they're going out with Black Sabbath and like let's get a warm up, meet each other before we go out on tour, and he's coming out with a shotgun.
Pretty amazing. That's so cool. I didn't know that one. That's cool. That's awesome.
Michael Anthony was telling that on what's his name? Who's that guy? Ernie loves that guy.
I love a
The
lot of
rock and roll guy talks all the stuff. He's got the show.
Eddie
Who?
Trunk.
Joey's on the
Eddie
show.
Trunk.
Eddie Trump.
Yeah, he was on
Ernie.
Eddie Trunk's
Joey's
show.
on Eddie Trump. You should have went to Joey. Joey's on his show. Ernie,
Well,
the
anyway.
guy. What's that guy's name?
All right, next, Snyder. Next.
I can see Billy's following Joey's career. Anyway,
I follow Joey's career. Every time there's a poll on Facebook, who's the best drummer ever? I always say this poll, the people they list in the top 10, this list is terrible. Where's Joey Cassata? I say it every time.
You're a fucking liar, Billy.
I did it tonight. Go ahead, look it up. You'll see my
I
post.
did it tonight. Why is there a poll every night?
It's like, yeah, once you do
Joey,
it, that's it. They throw
Joey,
every
you know what
poll
that's
at you.
like? You know what that's like? I'll tell you exactly what that's like. My sister's birthday was last week, and I forgot to get her a birthday gift. But she's coming to my daughter's birthday party this weekend. So I had to get her a fucking gift real fucking quick before she comes gives my daughter a gift. That's basically what that is. And we've all done it 1,000 times. How funny is that?
It's just that easy.
All right, Doctor, we're up to you number 1. I'm going to recap. What is this? What do we get? The hell we got here? Oh, Ozzy on the Santa sled. Number 5. Tommy walks into the arena, and Ozzy's on a roller coaster on the sled. What is he? And he's shooting the screen, right?
Obama.
Number 4, beer thief. Number 3, Ozzy gets committed to the mental ward because he tells Sharon, "We've decided you've got to go." Number two, the infamous Ozzy Osbourne appearance in Halloween 2, or as we all know, in Trick or Treat.
That's it. Yeah.
And your number one Ozzy moment.
Okay. I had personalized. All right. So I got a funny quick story. Howard Stern. He was so fucked up in Japan. He was so fucked up. He told two Japanese girls to come back to his fucking room. And he opened up the door and brought the Japanese girls in. He forgot Sharon was there. She forgot his wife was there. Sharon took a picture off the wall and hit him over the head. And the Japanese girls ran out of the room.
Oh
So that was
my God.
how fucked up can you be to bring girls back to the room and forget your wife is with you? And
Incredible. And that's all.
hey,
And all she did was hit him over the head with that's it.
well, I mean, I think that's pretty fucking violent. She knocked it over his head. That was a Howard Stern thing. So
I like how your
uh,
last few might have tied into each other, and then he told her, "We've decided you've got to go."
Something similar happened with Playground, I think.
Oh yes, That's a very similar story to what I know of Ernie inviting two young Japanese girls back to the
yeah,
house.
you know what? I was going to tell that story tonight because I knew it would go right into that. Two Chinese girls,
Ernie,
two Japanese girls, two Chinese girls. Ernie, the manager of Playground.
Manager Playground. That's right.
That's exactly. He wanted that right that night. He asked me. He came to me and says, "Is it okay if I call myself the manager?" I said, "Well, you are." He goes, "Thank you very much." And I had no idea what he was up to at that point.
I heard he.
I'm with Inga. No, I wasn't with Inga at that time. I had no idea what he was up to.
I heard you had to sign a contract and sign off on it so he could legally be known as the manager of Playground.
That's why I became the manager. Holy crap.
He didn't come to manager to help us. He did it for the perks. So we are back. We are up to our number one. Ernie, let's recap what you got. Number 5, the Ultimate Sin concert. Ernie squeezes his way to the front row and figures he just starts peeing on everyone just like Ozzy does. Number 5, Black Sabbath on CSI. Number 3, Ozzy having no memory of Black Sabbath Volume 4. Number 2, Ozzy is in a coma because he goes 2 miles an hour into a ditch this big.
That's bullshit.
That was actual size, Joe.
Actual size. Hold on. Actual size.
Actual size. Actual size.
Ozzy, ditch, coma. Come on, Ern. What do you got? Number 1.
Kelly Osbourne.
No.
July 11. Ozzy sick with Parkinson's, but he's not dying. What the F is wrong with all of you? He's not dying. Why are you all lying like that? 6 days later. Unfortunately, my father has died.
Well, I mean, the one thing that was interesting about that, so after the show, they were posting that Ozzy left to go to like Switzerland to be euthanized.
I saw that too.
And then that's what her response was. And you know what? Talk about a way to go, right? Like doing that last show. I mean, I don't know if you guys watched it, but like Nuno Betancourt's like sick playing. He was like on almost everything. He's
Billy,
unbelievable.
Billy, do you even know Nuno Betancourt when he was 12 years old?
I heard
sent
that
a letter
story,
to Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Wanted to be his guitarist.
Yeah.
And then they passed each other after a concert, and he asked Nuno Betancourt to be his guitarist, and he had extreme working, and he had a chance to actually be Ozzy's guitarist, but he had his own personal shit going on, and that's why it was a dream come true for him, because he got out there to actually be one of Ozzy's guitarists, and he actually got to do it. It's pretty cool.
And the other thing too is the guy that helped him with the last album, Andrew Watt. I went to a Pearl Jam show.
Last two albums.
Yeah, he was the producer on Pearl Jam's last album, and he was on stage. I had no idea who this guy was, and he was ripping it up. Like he
Yeah, he can
just
rip it
like
up.
he changed the whole dynamic of the song. And after that, I was like, who is this guy? And that's when I found out that he did Ozzy's last two albums.
Yeah, he was. I mean, Andrew Watt is the hottest shit. Like,
Yeah.
people are waiting in line. I mean, Joe, you might know this more than anyone. I mean, he is like the hottest commodity right now. You can't even get this producer.
I
But
tried to get him to produce Bombs, and he turned me down. He said
I don't.
maybe
Well, I think he probably
in
said there's
20.
nothing else I could do with that.
He goes, no. He said I would love to do this because it's a hit, but unfortunately, contractually, he couldn't help me till 2030. So
I mean,
I had to shelve it.
You know what? You just reminded me, and to make it real quick, Ozzy went into limbo, and all of a sudden, Post Malone, and this song comes out out of
him
nowhere.
too.
Yeah, and both albums they both shared. Post
Yeah.
Malone had it on their album, and Ozzy had it on their album. Pretty weird, right? And it made Ozzy relevant again, like out of nowhere, like all of a sudden, bam! It was weird.
Speaking of
He's
that
always
last
had that
concert, I loved seeing obviously Bill Ward there again. Doc, what was their falling out? Ozzy's and Bill Ward's the last Sabbath run.
What happened is that it goes further back than that real quick, that Tony Iommi started calling himself Tony Iommi featuring Black Sabbath.
Okay.
No, Black Sabbath featuring Tony Iommi. And meanwhile, Geezer Butler was playing for Ozzy on tours, and Ozzy was like annoyed. Ozzy wanted to keep the brand Black Sabbath original, and Tony Iommi was calling himself different members.
Any idea who owned it? Who owned that brand? All of them?
No, Ozzy won. Ozzy won the lawsuit only to protect the brand that the original Sabbath members would hold that. That like Ozzy can't go out there and go like this. It's Black Sabbath featuring Ozzy Osbourne.
Right. None of them can do it.
Well, there's no Sabbath original Sabbath members.
But then why were they were allowed to do it?
All right, so the end. So you were asking, right? He wasn't healthy enough to do the last tour.
Okay.
The last album. So they asked Rage Against the Machine's drummer.
Right.
He's supposed to be really good. And now, obviously, he appeared on the album 13. But he wasn't healthy enough. And that created, so it wasn't a lawsuit. It was more like, you can't do it. And
did Bill Ward say I'm not healthy enough to do it, or did Sabbath say, sorry, you can't? Okay.
No, they knew he wasn't in any. He was. If you watch the last show, I mean, between him and Ozzy, they're the most physical things on the stage, right?
Right.
So Bill Ward, Tony Iommi said it was hard to follow because he hasn't played the songs. He hadn't toured in 20 years.
Right.
And according to Bill Ward, like they went with the most, not famous, but the most mainstream songs. But what Bill changes the beats all the time.
Joe, that was sort of like you with the Playground show. You were having trouble.
Right.
You guys haven't played in 20 years.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. It wasn't
you guys
the
are
same
a little bit
song.
off.
Right. If you listen to the two same songs that Joey played in Playground back in the day, they were two different drum beats.
It's a little off.
It was,
it's a little bit. And another, I heard different what Tommy's story was with the Black Sabbath name. I heard Ernie bought the rights to use the name. He signed them as manager and got Ozzy that night. The night that Ernie met Ozzy at the record store, Ozzy signed everything over to Ernie.
Ernie put a contract in front of him to get his autograph, and Ozzy signed it?
Yes. Lifetime contract.
So he couldn't see
it's about to drop soon. Ernie is about to become very wealthy. He just
bought Ernie bought Grant and Urcon with him to make sure.
Sharon's got to change her name. She can't even be called Osbourne anymore. That's what Ernie started over.
If you watch the show, like Steve would do when he's lost. You would guide him. He's trying to guide, and in Iron Man, believe it or not, you think a guy who wrote the song on drums, he went right to the end part. And
Oh wow, he skipped stuff.
I always like this.
Oh wow, I gotta look
No,
back
there's
at
a
it.
whole nother part. There's a whole nother part. So that's what you were doing with a guy. It's kind of like
But they had rehearsals. They had rehearsals, but they didn't
yeah,
just
but
jump on stage.
20 years
Yeah, of
and
course. And
someone
they're in the seven. Bill, how old's Bill Ward? Same age as Ozzy ish.
Azish, I guess they're all the same.
Yeah,
But if you watched it, it was bad. But Bill, Bill came back. I mean, he definitely carried it, but he just lost where he was. I mean, I was
yeah.
like this. Here's a song, the easiest song to play, Iron Man, up until the jam kicks in.
That kind of what happened to
It's like
they were saying with Jakey Lee that Jakey Lee has carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
no,
And and
he was
and they asked him because that's where Nuno that he was going to play a couple other songs,
yeah.
and Tom Morello kind of ran the show, and he's asked him, "Oh, could you do this and that?" But and this is why Nuno is like such a great
What,
guy.
what,
When Jakey was doing his thing, Nuno left the stage because he didn't want to be. He wanted
Yeah.
Jakey to get, you know what I mean? Like
um,
he wanted
act-
Jakey to be the focal point, not him. So he walked off the stage.
actually, what happened? I watched the whole show. When he walked on, Jakey Lee, because Nuno Bettencourt idolized him because
Yeah,
he won Ozzy. He dropped down to his knees and give, but he was shot. Does everyone remember Jakey Lee was shot four
Yeah, of course.
times on the
Yes.
street?
yeah. They tried to steal his
And
dog.
he had arthritis problems, and they asked him, "Can you play Bark at the Moon?" And he says, "I can't because of his arthritis. He can't with his wrist. He
Right.
can't do anything." So if you watch, and I'm not looking to tear down Jake. Jake. I mean, no way. He's God, but he couldn't even play shot in the dark. He was screwing up. You can see him on stage going. If you watch live, he's going like he's mad at himself, and
Yeah.
he finally brought it back in. But I mean, for him to go back up there because he hadn't played the guitar in like 10 years.
And
That's what they don't say. But Jake was shot, but he already had arthritis problems in his wrist. They wanted to play Bark at the Moon. He said, "My wrist can't even move like that." So
he also played on Enough's Enough album with Donnie
Yeah.
Lee.
Dissonance, right?
well, I didn't know that. That's so cool. I gotta
Oh
look
Yeah.
at
yeah,
it.
He
yeah.
You
played
give me
and wrote
Donnie.
that
You give me
the whole
Donnie. I got
album.
a lot of questions, Joey. I got a lot of questions.
Oh, Donnie was great. We
I'm
got to
gonna
get
put a
Donnie
band
back.
together with you and Donnie and you, and we're gonna put this whole shit together.
I love it.
Anyway,
Donnie was
I
great.
love enough, guys. Whoever's watching, we all love them. You got 4 fans here, but anyway, moving on. Sorry.
All right, so this is it for my number one. So let's recap. Mine is, let's see, when Ernie asked Ozzy to come to the playground show. Of course, Ozzy turned around and walked away. But just like Schindler's cat, he could have been at
Schindler's
that
cats,
show, and we
but
never
Hitler
know.
didn't like cats, so
You never know.
they had to get the cats out of Germany before they were
Number
exterminated.
four, Ozzy on Decline of Western Civilization, pouring the orange juice, not
Staged.
staged. No, 100% not staged.
Stage 100% accurate.
Number three, Beer Thief, of course. Number two, Ozzy chokes his own kids because they like Madonna. And my number one, so there's a scene from the Osbournes. I just watched this again with the kids, with my wife, everyone. This is like crying, laughing, funny. If you watch this scene, I'm going to post it obviously when we talk about it. Ozzy goes to the dentist and he gets the gas and to make him relax, put him out a little bit. So Ozzy's sniffing the gas. He goes, "No, there's nothing coming out, man. There's nothing coming out." He's like, "Ozzy, it's coming out. Trust me. I'll put it on the Ozzy level." They put it all the way up. It's like, "Nothing's coming out. Nothing. I got nothing." He's like, "Ozzy, trust me. We could feel it out here. There's so much coming out. Take deep breaths. Take deep breaths." So Ozzy's taking the deep breaths, taking the deep breaths. "I got nothing, man. Nothing." And so again, taking the deep breaths, taking the deep breaths. Sure enough, he's 5-10 minutes of this. They take the mask off Ozzy and they push the chair up to see Ozzy. Are you okay? I mean, you sure nothing? Ozzy's like, they take the mask off. Ozzy's like this, and he is in a complete stupor. And he's like, buh. And they're like, Ozzy, just rinse, and you'll feel a little better. Just rinse. So Ozzy goes to the little, gets a little cup, goes to the little sink, and he's rinsing, but his cup, he's pouring it like on his forehead. He's like this, "Whoa." And the cup is hitting him in the forehead as he's trying to rinse. And
Dude, you're doing great. You alright? You wanna sit up? You wanna rinse out? You wanna rinse out? How about taking a rinse? How about taking a rinse right here, Rose? Is your notebook okay? You wanna rinse out?
No.
Why don't you take a rinse? I think it'll feel better.
What is he doing?
it's maybe one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in TV history. When they take the mask off Ozzy's face, you got to see the look in his eyes.
But you have to understand.
It's
When
unbelievable.
Ozzy was asked in the interview earlier, what was the best thing about the Osbournes? When he said, when it was finally over, because I'm sure if you look back at those films
Of
and it was
course.
you, the clown, it's like,
Oh,
oh God, I want to kill myself,
of course. But listen,
But
we all know that. But again, that's what made it
that's
so
funny.
special.
I didn't
That's
see
what
that.
made it
Yeah.
him so adored by I really believe that changed the music industry. I swear. I know it's crazy, and I'm not a big Ozzy fan,
Gene
doctor, but
Simmons.
I
Gene
think, yeah, but
Simmons gave
Gene did.
credit to him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
well,
but
I
Gene
got
gave credit to Ozzy.
that's my hold on. Can I say one thing? If we can do closing statements, I'd like that because I think Ozzy deserves that.
yeah. So let's wrap this up. Obviously, we did our top five. It's so funny, and let's not do all our honorable mentions and stuff because there's
Billy,
so
I
many.
got
But
one. That's fine.
you know what's crazy? No one mentioned the biting of the dove's head off,
No, you
biting
can't.
of the bat.
It's out there. It's
Too
out
easy.
there.
Too
Yeah,
easy.
but I'm just saying these are the biggest
Yeah.
Ozzy stories. Peeing on the Alamo,
Yeah, that's
snorting the ants.
St.
You know the
St. Louis hockey team winning the Stanley Cup in
what's that
hockey
one?
NHL. It just so
Ozzy was a
happens
big
Ozzy
Blues fan.
was wearing a fucking St. Louis
No, he's
hockey
a Blues
jersey.
fan. Turns
Yeah,
out he's a
St.
Blues
Louis
fan.
Blues
Yeah.
when they won the Stanley Cup. I mean, stupid shit like that. I mean, Ray
But
Young
it's
said it to me. He goes, his mugshot of pissing on the Alamo. He was wearing a St. Louis hockey jersey.
and I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
saw
but
this, but the people from the Alamo posted like a statement about Ozzy after he passed, how they're sad to see him go and blah blah. I mean, he was banned from there
he
for
was the year.
lifetime ban.
No. It was released, and
Oh,
he got to
was?
play there again.
He was
Yeah,
pardoned.
it got so stupid. That was like I'd love to go back there. I'll apologize. Whatever I got to do. It was really good. I
But
got
again,
one for you.
but it's just
I
amazing
got
that
one for
none of
you.
those are mentioned. Go ahead.
I'm gonna promise you guys something. Ready? My daughter is again going to cheerleading in Orlando. Right? She's a senior. She's going to state finals. Right? That's what they're gonna do. Hopefully, it's the finals. So in Orlando, I'm gonna drive up and see where Randy Rhodes crashed. It's only about an hour north of Orlando, and I'm
Oh, he
gonna pay
crashed in
tribute.
Florida?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
I didn't know that either.
yeah, it's right above. It's about an hour above Orlando. I just want to take my youngest daughter, Sadie, who thinks she's Ozzy and thinks she's playing ice out. She's just a maniac. So I'm gonna take a little road trip
Tommy,
up for an
please,
hour.
please do not get in a plane. That's
Yeah,
all I'm asking.
don't charter a private plane.
No, no, I was
Don't
gonna
charter
steal
a
a
plane,
plane
please,
and
Tommy.
take
You
it for a
don't know how
ride.
to. You might know how to talk Japanese,
Why would
but
you
you
think?
don't know how to fly
Why
a
would you
plane.
think I do that? Why would you think
You don't know how to fly a plane. One quick thing. I'll not. So one day, this is Ozzy related.
Can you be
I was
quiet?
on a bus. I was on a
Quiet for a
bus
second.
coming
Hold
home, and I ran into Kenny Tamago. And Kenny Tamago
on. Hey,
said, "Yeah, this is a while back though." And the first thing he asked was, "Bill, how you doing?" I go, "Oh, everything's good." He goes, "What does Tommy think of the Osbournes?" That's what he asked. That's the question he asked me. He's like, "After how you doing? What does Tommy think of the Osbournes?"
I
And
got
this was
called.
years ago when it first came out.
I got my
He's
So
ex-girlfriend's calling me thinking I'm dead. So it's all right. It's good.
so
yeah,
listen, we'll
go
make the
ahead.
doctor
Yeah,
do the
yeah.
statement
Let's
last
move on.
because he's the Aussie freak. We're gonna make him go last.
Ozzy
Let's
freak.
I'll go first. Billy, then Ernie, then Tommy. So quick closing statements on Ozzy. Listen, obviously one of a kind. Sabbath will, I think, go down as, and they should go down. Whether I love them or not has nothing to do with it. They should go down in the same breath as Zeppelin, the Beatles, the Stones. Sabbath should be in that class, and they should be. I don't believe it or not. I don't know if they are in today's society. I know Ozzy's remembered in a high regard. I don't know if Sabbath is remembered in that class, and I think they should be because they really were pioneers. They were the first to do what they did. I really think that they changed music for a lot of bands and musicians going forward, just like those other bands that I named. So I do think Sabbath should be remembered for that. Obviously, Ozzy, like you said, Billy, one of a kind. He was never trying to duplicate someone else. He wasn't trying to beat Plant or anything with the Beatles or anything before him. Ozzy was Ozzy. They were original. And I really believe the Osbournes was a big significant move in the industry and of the music industry. I know it's crazy to think that because it's such a goofy show, but it took down that wall and changed everything we do in the music industry going forward. All these mega stars were now regular people, and whether everyone likes that or not, it became a different music industry after the Osbournes. What do you got, Bill?
Just like as an
Hold
artist,
on. I'm
he's
speaking
always
to my lawyer.
evolved.
Hold on.
What do you know? I can go.
Silence is no
No,
good for podcasts. Come on.
no. As an artist, right? He's constantly evolved. His music just transcends time, and not so much I mean, look, I'm not going to go into the Black Sabbath stuff. My kids know so much of his music. They weren't even alive when those songs were written. Just hearing it on the radio, they walk around the house, you hear them singing a song, or in the car, you throw it on, they know it. You go to a hockey game or a baseball game, and they're throwing his songs on. Boomer Esiason show opens with an Ozzy song. It's just his music is transcendent, and as he got older, his willingness to work with other artists, to try and to work with different people. He's just one of a kind. And Tommy mentioned it. It was one thing he said when I texted. I actually texted him as he said, and I did text you when your mom and dad passed away, right? So don't
I
don't
know
throw that
that.
at
No,
me.
I know that.
Don't throw that at me. But at the same point, he said mortality. And I know when the rain, when Eddie Van Halen died, how I felt about it. But at the same point, like you said, mortality, growing up with it, it went on. So that's it. He'll be remembered forever.
Ernie.
Okay, well, let's see how to explain this. If I was forced to listen to one group for the rest of my life, I'm not allowed to choose any other group. I don't want to have to do that, but if I was forced, it would be Black Sabbath. If I had to choose one group's music and all the music had to go. Once again, I'm not saying I want to do that. I love lots of groups, but Black Sabbath would be my choice. I got an honorable mention.
Give it.
Ozzy was being protested because his show
Yes.
was protested one day. Ozzy saw them protesting for his show for that night. He went out and joined the protesters.
That is one of the funniest things I've ever read. There was a Christian group protesting his concert,
Oh, yes. I forgot about
and
that one.
he joined the protest with them, holding signs up.
Besides, ban
And they
Ozzy.
didn't know who he was.
Now, I know this is going to sound ridiculous. You couldn't see the Doctor doing every one of these things we've said Ozzy has done over the years. These are not
Oh,
right. I mean, obviously, we do a full Doctor episode? We did, right? We did an Ernie story episode. Did we ever do a full Doctor episode?
Joey,
Ernie?
Tommy
Hold on, did we,
is
Ernie?
our Ozzy.
Not yet.
Yeah. Okay. So we got obviously a couple episodes out of this episode. We know we're gonna do the mistaken lyrics episode. We're gonna do
Yeah, it's pretty
of
fun.
course the top five cats maybe during World War II. We're gonna do we're gonna do
What, two cats?
World War II cats, and we're gonna do the top five
And
Snyder
while we're
moments.
out
I
there,
mean,
what's sent from
Dizzy now. You just made me dizzy.
artist,
World.
a forensic scientist to measure the potholes that
I
Ozzy's doing. Since we're sending them out there, let's
I can guarantee you, there's never been a podcast on World War II cats.
we're doing it next week. You tune in. We are doing top five World War II cats. Plus honorable mention.
bring it on, boys. Let's see what happens.
Meow.
All right. All right, Doc. Come on. Your closing statements on the man himself, Ozzy.
All right. So I guess I knew this day would come. Someone would ask me. I didn't know it'd be on a fucking stupid podcast, but someone would ask me besides my wife, how you doing? I watched that last show, didn't drink. I don't fucking partake in drink when my emotions, when I want to fucking take it in. Love the show. Great. Bottom line is the word icon. I'm not going to look it up, but icon. I mean, it means something. It definitely means something. I don't want to look at it. And I lost my parents. I lost loved ones, whatever. But he was always there for me, and I didn't pick him out to be cool. It turned out to be cool. It turned out to be, as a kid, with the bright orange Ozzy, it turned out to be, oh, look at me. I happen to like his music, and people fucking hate it. And my motherfucker loved it. They didn't bother. But
My mother loved it. My mother loved Ozzy.
yeah, he's a guy that from Sabbath on, from what I read about, is loved to sing songs in the minor keys, love songs, going back to heavy metal. I mean, very minor keys. I mean, there's some heart-wrenching shit he sang, not even changes. Moving forward, icon, embarrassed. I removed myself, still loved him.
What do you mean embarrassed? What do you mean?
The Osbournes, I thought embarrassed him. I didn't want to see him like that.
I so disagree. I think that
No, yeah,
solidifies his
but
legacy.
But Joe, to be Ozzy on stage, Ozzy's music, and then to be looked at as buffoon.
No, but here's why I disagree. Because if he was just if after the Osbournes for the last 20 years,
Joe,
wait. He was if after the Osbournes, all we knew him of was this buffoon.
That's
I'm
you.
agreeing. No, wait. I would agree with you. I would say
You're not
you're
an Ozzy
right.
fan.
No, but I would say you're right. Ozzy is still thought of
No.
as the
I'm
great
saying
Ozzy.
at the time,
I'm saying now.
there's not an Ozzy fan alive that looked at the Osbournes, laughed, but still said, "This is fucked up."
All right, but what about
Sharon
now?
put him up
Looking
to this.
back.
Yeah, of course. His music was 10 times greater at that point. And then you got this, and you look at him, you cringe, and you cringed. I'm going like this. I won't even watch him. Like, that ain't the man on stage I'm looking at, you know? I
He-
agreed. It was funny, but
But he was
bottom line
similar.
is,
But he was similar in interviews. Like, say he never did the show,
Of
right? Like
course, right.
you went
no,
on
I'm
interview.
not disagreeing. All I'm saying is, I understand how it made him an icon, how it brought him into people's homes,
He- he-
how it
the easiest.
introduced the mythic, that guy who was a
Here's
devil
the
worshiper,
here's
and
the
then
best.
brought it home. I agree
The
with
best
that,
way
but
I can just the
I didn't
best way
like to see it.
I can compare it is the best way I can compare it is Superman, the biggest, most powerful superhero in the world. It's boring after a while if you don't have the humanity of Clark Kent. And I
Well,
think that's a great way to think of Ozzy and stage Ozzy and this crazy old man Ozzy,
that's
which
cool.
is you
My feelings were just watching a vulnerability of a hero
You
of
didn't want
mine.
to see. You didn't want to see.
I didn't want to see it.
Right.
And but let me just end on this statement. The most humble man, as Gene Simmons, I got it written here. Gene Simmons, I give him credit. I love a man. I mean, he's a businessman who calls himself an asshole compared to Ozzy. He goes, I was always different than Ozzy. Ozzy was humble. He loved everybody, not me. I was an asshole. I read that interview. I like Gene for being real. And that's the first time in my life, like, a guy that call himself an asshole is like the same guy that can drink a lot the night before and kind of fuck with everyone the next day and apologize, but at least be able to acknowledge. And that's on my thing with Gene Simmons. Fucking love him now. He called himself an asshole at the same time, calling Ozzy, as Billy once said, there's only one front man. It was always only like that. So I'll end with that. And no better way to go out. And what a fucking movie it's going to be.
Who's going to
You
play
can't
Ozzy?
have a movie.
yeah, but I
Ernie?
don't. God, I don't know if you could.
Sharon asked Johnny Depp to do it
You
years
can't
ago.
even. I don't even know if you could ever capture it in a movie because the real life was so unimaginable that sometimes a movie won't
I
even do
don't.
it justice.
They
But
wanted
anyway,
Johnny Depp. They
but
wanted
I
Johnny Depp. But me personally, getting off the typically, I like movies that are a non-actor
yeah
that takes on that role. This way, I don't have to look at him as Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah.
I want a guy that just steps up there and looks like Ozzy and puts a movie forth, if it ever happens.
But you
But
got to
That's all.
play like Johnny Depp might be too old to play Ozzy.
but you hit it on the head, Tom. You hit it on the head. Ozzy, as a person who's in the industry forever, like Ozzy, what better way? Not listen. No one ever wants to go. No one ever wants to leave their family and pass away. And no, it's going to happen to all
Oh,
of us. But knowing Ozzy and knowing anyone who could pick their time, how could you pick a better time than what Ozzy did? He finished
he
on that
loved
high note.
he loved his fans.
Yep.
He always said, "I love you so much," and he wanted to go out there and just say goodbye.
Yep.
If
And he
anyone
did.
wants to look at it any different way, all the money was donated to the
Yep.
cause. Done. I mean,
He came
me,
out and said
I
good.
laughed. I didn't cry.
He did what he had to do one more time to show everyone, you know what, I can still do it even on my deathbed. Did it better than everyone else and went out the right way.
One
All
one
right.
thing I heard, which was funny, and someone said it. He go, "You asked Ozzy 30 years ago, you're gonna live to 76." He goes, "I'll take it."
No. Yeah,
Like
of
he never
course.
thought he
Oh
was
my
gonna
God.
live this long.
No, we never. Are you kidding me? Like I
No,
said,
yeah.
Ozzy's been in hospice for me for 20, 30 years. I've been prepared for this moment. People is
Yep.
texting me like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, dude, I'm ecstatic. He's dead.
Yeah.
He went out on his own terms.
Yeah.
I laughed. I smiled. I said, fucking go, man. That was awesome. That's it, man. What are you going to say? Like I said, hospice
Perfect.
for 30 years.
Seriously, perfect ending.
Wouldn't we
Yep.
trade in all of our parents 30 years to tell them everything we want to tell them
Yeah.
for 30 years that we love them? For 30 years, take care of them. As
All
long as
right,
they're not.
boys. Incredible episode. Great ending,
And
obviously,
by the
with the
way, go
recap
kiss
of
him
everything.
and go Gene Simmons. That was great. He was awesome. I actually like the guy now.
We're back. Listen, You want more top five? Email us top5withjoeycassata@gmail.com. Of course, the merch is on Amazon. You can get the Ernie shirt. You can get the Doc Monster shirt. Maybe there'll be a Big Head Billy shirt in the future with his hat size. What's your hat size again? 7 9/8. You told me
7 and 9/8.
It's gotta be Billy's head, Billy's face, the whole side of the shirt, the whole size of the shirt.
guys. All I could say is tune in next week when we explore the top 5 World War II cats. Good night, everybody.